Hey everyone, Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler here. We're going to go live real quick to do a what sold on eBay. And I just need to check to make sure that all of my settings are correct. I hope everyone is having a great day. So we're going to get right into it right now. Kind of had a slow week last week and this weekend. I think it had to do with maybe Father's Day and stuff like that. And so we'll go over some of the highlights pretty much of, I've sold a few things. Can't go over everything, obviously, but I picked some nuggets to kind of, hopefully, share a little bit with you guys and maybe get some inspiration and maybe shed a little bit of knowledge about the certain things that I sold. Hello, Robin. Welcome. Let me know if there's any audio or video issues, and I will start over, but I think we're good. So we'll give it a minute to let everyone get into the chat, though, usually my live streams, I don't have a lot of people. So if you have a question, that's actually a good thing. Usually I can able to do kind of like one-on-one and answer questions. So if you guys see the live chat below, please leave a question at any time during this video, and we'll let you know. So, hi, Robin. And so let's get into it. So first off, I have this American Horror Story set. Most of you know I purchased a large collection of DVDs, and I've been going through them. And so what I was doing is I was putting all the sets together. And what I did is I put this set together. It was American Horror Story, as you can see. This one actually was a strange one because there was like a lot of DVDs in this thing, so I pretty much blotted it all together. I was in a few dollars on these, which was nice. Also, I feel that when you lot these series together in one large chunk, they do a lot better. You could sell them individually, but I've noticed that it's just easier to move them. There's usually people that want to get the first season or the fourth season. There's that element too. And for the long game, I would definitely suggest selling individuals, but for me, I want to move as much stuff as possible. Oh, we got some parrot-haired picker in the chat. Hi. And we got Jason Vaughn. Hello, gentlemen, good to see you. And so that's basically what I did with this, is a lot of this together. I definitely highly suggest looking into DVDs. Also do your research. Most DVDs are going to be junk. A lot of the older stuff, or a lot of the newer stuff I should say, is going to be junk. A good rule of thumb is if you heard of the movie, it's probably junk. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff together. I've been doing pretty well selling some of the older stuff, so we'll get right into that. Next up, we have this Lego minifigure lot. Don't be surprised by the $199 price tag on it. I didn't get this much for it, though I would have loved to have got this much for it. And happy Monday to you, Blue Moon Relics. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. So what happened was I bought a huge tub of Legos, and it was like $40. It took me like, I want to say about 3 hours to pretty much sort everything and then do a secondary sort. How I sell Legos is I sell Legos by the pound. I remove the minifigures, the accessories, and if there's any kind of odds and ends, I also remove that. I put all this stuff together because for me, when you buy a large lot of Legos, things are going to be a mess. It's going to be so hard to figure out what goes with what. For me, it's easier to just sell it as a lot, sell it as is, let people know that they're used, and just kind of give a general description about condition. I found that minifigures, when you lot them all up together, do very well. I think they're pretty much worth their weight in gold, if you ask me, the Lego minifigures. So what happens is I lotted this all together and I sold it as kind of like a collection / weight. I think this was like £1.50, and I took a best offer for $100. So basically, initially on a $40 investment, I did pretty well because this was pretty much like, if you said like total weight, this was probably like 10%, 5% of the total of everything. So I did pretty well. That's how I pretty much lot them. Diana Morgan is asking, do you wash them before selling? I do not. Every once in a while, I'll spray them with Lysol or something like that. But for the most part, I don't wash them or anything. I mean, the thing is, Legos that I usually get are from a first, like an original user, I would say. So usually the Legos that I get aren't beat up or dirty or anything. I have washed Legos in the past. For me, it just, if they look new and everything, I usually just sell it as is, just like anything else you buy. Blue Moon Relic says, what about minifigure horses and vehicles? Yes, I would definitely pull that apart. And for this lot, this was pretty much like horses and accessories too. This was a whole big lot. I ended up taking a best offer for $100 on this. I didn't get $199. I wanted to put a high thing just to see where the average was. I did have a best offer for $80. I took a best offer for $100. Not a bad investment for, like I said, a $40 investment. So definitely look in that. We're going to look at the next. I grouped the kind of Lego sales together because I've been a big fan of selling Legos for a very long time. So I kind of wanted to group these together and show you guys how I sell Legos. And for the new person that isn't familiar with Legos, I found out that, selling them by the pound and selling them, separating the accessories and the minifigures has been the best for me. Also plates. I don't have any auctions that I sold about plates. And I also separate the plates because I found that when you stack those up pretty good, you get money. Blue Moon's asking how many figures were there. I have no idea. The thing is these were all in pieces. So I basically show a photo of what's together, and then I show a photo of like all the pieces in there. People that buy these are generally just people that are going to use them for their kids, and they know what's what. If there's rare pieces, I will definitely put those to the side and sell those separately. We're going to get into that in a second. Also, there's a video, I'm going to link it above for the people that are watching this on the back end, about Bricklink, and it's kind of like a price guide for Legos, and I'll make a video. I made a video, I'll put it up there on the secondary thing. So if you guys ever have any questions during these videos, just let me know. I am monitoring the chat also. So I wanted to show this because this was part of the set. Huge tub, $40. Like I said, I sold the minifigures just for $100. I took a best offer for this on $13.99. This was part of a superhero set, and like I said, definitely kind of, if you're going to sell it like that, I definitely cherry pick some of the good stuff and sell it individually, because like this alone went for $13.99. I wanted to show this, that you might want to, if you're going to get into Legos, you definitely want to do your research, because stuff like this, a little piece of a Lego like that was in the huge box was worth $13.99, and there was a few of these kind of things in there which I listed. So there is that. And the last Lego thing I have here I wanted to show you. What I do is, so like after I do all the sorting and all that fun stuff, I'll fill up a large priority box of Legos. And this is how I generally sell them. It's for me, I can charge shipping, and I can literally just fill the whole box up, weigh the box, and show it like that and sell it. I charge $15.99 for shipping on this. This is a lot easier. And usually, generally, a large priority box of Legos is about 7 to 9 pounds. For me, it's just easy because I get Legos for so cheap sometimes that it's just easier just to put all the rest of the pieces in a box. And what I do is I'll even use up all 12 of the photos, and I'll layer it with, so like I'll fill a little bit in, I'll take a photo, I'll fill a little bit in, I'll take a photo to the 12 photos, and the last photo I take is of the weight, as you can see in this photo. So this was a pretty good sale. Legos are definitely good to part them out, and like I said, for me personally, I sell them by pound. It looks like we have a question here. So it says, Robin says, so I'm very, very new at reselling. Would you say to pick up Legos regardless of how little you know? Yes, because Legos are pretty much, I don't want to say they're worth their weight in gold, but pretty much, as long as they're in good condition, You got to know that there's a few different types of Legos. There's Duplo, which are the larger pieces for infants and toddlers and stuff like that. Those don't usually go for a lot of money. The little minifigures is where the real good money is. So if you can get a whole tub of them for like $40, you can even just sell like a 40-pound tub or a box or something like that for like almost $200, 150 between $200 for 40 pounds. 40 pounds actually might go for a lot more than that. So, I definitely highly suggest for anyone that's new to go through them all and take out all the broken pieces, any trash, any things that are not Legos, because there's also Mega Blocks, which looks very similar to Legos, and you don't want to put all that stuff together because a Lego buyer who's going to pick up a huge 40-pound box of Legos and they're going to find trash and like GI Joe heads and like things like that, they're not going to want that. So you want to do, the very bare of going through everything and preparing it for the sale. So that's another tip for anyone that's new. So anyways, Legos, definitely buy them when you can, especially if they're a good price. When I get Legos, they're usually in a tub or something like that. Yeah, Parrot Head Picker said that's a great idea for doing Lego lots and layering for multiple photos. Yes, I learned that from another seller like years ago when they used to sell mystery boxes. Is you start at the bottom, you take a picture, and then you basically, because when someone sees a photo like you see right here, they don't really get a grasp of the entirety of the box. So taking the photos layer by layer, you get to see the buyer gets the general idea of what's in the box, and hence you're going to get not a better sale, but at least you're going to get your sales, you're going to get the frequency of the sale is going to be a lot higher than that. So that's Legos, guys. I love Legos. I've been getting into Legos big time. As you can see, some of the videos that I've created in the past have been Lego driven. Next up, we have this Little Mermaid VHS. I just made a Disney VHS video. I highly suggest everyone after this stream to go and watch that. There's lots of hype about $30,000 VHSs and all that crap. It is not true. There's very few VHSs that are Disney that even go for above $100. So just remember that. So please check out that video. So anyways, I bought this at a garage sale for like 50 cents, but I wanted to show you guys that VHSs that are sealed still go for not a good amount of money, but bread and butter money. I took a best offer for this one. I want to say it was like 12, but anyways, it shipped medium mail. I made a few dollars on this, but the key point of why I'm showing you guys selected items that I sell is to get the little nuggets that, if you're doing this full time, I do this part time, but if you're doing this full time, if you have like 100 or a few hundred of these every month, that starts to add up. So definitely look into VHSs for Disney, and definitely check out my video. I'm going to leave a link right here for the people that are watching it on the back end. And look for sealed ones. Not all of them are going to be worth $14. A lot of them are going to be junk. Just do your research. Little Mermaid was pretty hot right now, but I wanted to show this. And really quick for Justin, he was asking, do you clean large lots that you buy? As far as I'm thinking, he's talking about the Legos. I do not, unless they're super dirty. I usually don't buy Legos if they're super dirty. And just there's that. So Little Mermaid VHS DVDs. And there's that. It looks like we have, talking about DVDs. We'll talk about DVDs in a second here. If you guys are enjoying this video, please click the like button below. I definitely appreciate that. It lets me know, what kind of stuff that you guys like. And so yeah, definitely look for VHSs, especially if you can get them for a good amount of money, or a good amount of money, if you can get them for a reasonable price. Let's see here. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. Here's a CD I wanted to show you. This CD sold for $19.99. I bought a large lot of CDs, and the main reason why I wanted to show you guys this is, of course, you can go to Goodwills and you can scan their whole thing and find DVDs that are worth $10 or more. But I wanted to really just touch home on Do you see how this is just like, it says wacky favorites, and it's not like Metallica, it's not like Barbara Streisand, it's a weird CD. And with DVDs and CDs, I want you guys to see, to like start to get to know that these weirder things are the ones that where the money is. So anyways, this was I didn't take a best offer. This actually sold for $19.99. It was a 2-disc set. Also, another pro tip, make sure that if you have a 2-disc set, both the discs are in it, that it's in good condition. I bought this in a large lot of CDs, and I was literally maybe like 50 cents to 25 cents. So there's still good money in CDs. Like I said, always look for these weird ones, and usually the weird ones is where it's at. Next up, more DVDs. I'm telling you guys, like I've been selling an incredible amount of DVDs lately. It's been like my mainstay, I would say, for the last month, and it's bumped my sales up tremendously. And so definitely look at DVDs. Not all of them are going to be worth anything, and to be quite honest, a majority of DVDs are pretty much worthless, especially newer stuff. My rule of thumb is if you know the title and it's a familiar movie, it's probably not worth buying. Anyway, Cinderella, I purchased this for $2. It was brand new. Sold like pretty much 5 minutes after I listed it for $19.99 with free shipping. Definitely look into if you can purchase Disney DVDs brand new for, in the range of $1 to $2, always buy. I always look for some of the first things I do, and this is kind of not a really a pro tip, it's pretty obvious, but when I go into a Goodwill or a yard sale or anything, I always look for sealed things first. And if I see the sealed things, that's the stuff that I look up or the stuff that I scan, because obviously brand new is going to be worth more than opened. And so as soon as I saw this, it was at a thrift shop, $2, instant buy. I didn't even look it up because I knew that even for $2 for a Disney sealed, you can literally get $10 for any title that's sealed. And so that's pretty much why I wanted to show you guys that. And here's some more DVD stuff I want to show you guys. I took a best offer for $25. That lot of 1,200 DVDs is still cranking out hits. I listed this one for $40, took a best offer for $25. This one I had listed for maybe a week. So, like I said, do your research on DVDs. So you might say, well, Chris, I don't know anything about DVDs. What are some of the tips that you suggest for someone that knows nothing about DVDs? First tip, if you heard of the movie and it's a newer movie, it's probably not worth anything. Horror movies that are old that you've never heard of are usually going to be good hits. Instructional videos, sometimes about mechanical things, computer things, those do very well too. So also, if you have a phone, I highly suggest getting one of the scanning apps so you can scan the barcodes. That's how I list all these. I actually have, let's see if I have it on me and if it's handy. And this might take a second. I highly suggest everyone invest in a USB scanner for your computer. Listing DVDs and software and everything are so much easier with this. You just scan them and you use someone else's title. Just make sure if you have a used, you're using used, and if you have a new, because you don't want to confuse anyone. And also fill up the title with keywords if you can too, because a lot of these DVD sales, they have really obscure titles. I mean, not titles, listing titles that just say like the title and there's like so much space. A lot of these movies are out of print. That's what OOP means. For anyone that's new into DVDs, look up OOP. It means out of print, and you can see there's a lot of good stuff still to be found. So anyways, I want to show you guys this. I cannot tell you. We have a question here. It says, I have so many Queen and Bob Dylan others, I don't know what to do with them. I think they're referring to CDs. If you can't sell them individually, you can also group them up in lots. Don't pigeonhole yourself into just having the eBay and Amazon mindset. Also know that there is Craigslist, OfferUp, Let It Go. There's a lot of local sales. I don't think people are utilizing yokel I don't think people are utilizing local sales as enough as they should. So, real businessman, definitely look into lotting things up, and then maybe selling them uh, locally and stuff like that. See what else we got here. We have this book, this aviation book. Some of you might have seen the video. This was actually in a haul video, and I will post a link above. For those that are watching this on the back end, I purchased like some aviation books and a model. It was like $8 total. And this one was in French, so it was a little different. You couldn't look this up on Amazon or barcodes. Nothing was showing up. So I ended up making an original listing for this, and it sold literally instantly. I was $2 into this, and it was an aviation book. I definitely suggest looking into softcover books and stuff like that. Okay, Shrill Businessman was saying no DVDs that I special ordered them. Yeah, you know, some DVDs are worth a lot more than others and everything. So if you guys have any, we're going to actually open up the floor to some questions. We're in 20 minutes in this video. Real quick, just leave your questions below and I'll try to answer them. And just know that, you know, I definitely have a lot of other videos. If you guys are new to the channel, if you're just capturing this, you're just seeing this live feed, definitely go back and look at some of my older videos. I do a Know Your Stuff series where I go in depth in certain categories and things like that. And I really appreciate you guys being here, spending some of your Monday, some of your time watching this stuff. So I had a pretty slow week, but I wanted to show you guys some of the other stuff like this. So it looks like we don't have any questions, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, click the like button if you enjoyed this video. And everyone have an amazing Monday. There's lots of stuff out there to make money on. There's lots of things that you can do. So wishing everyone a happy week, and we'll see you very soon.